This is the Haftorah, the weekly, the Torah, the portion of the prophets for the weekly Torah portion of Yitro. It's again we have a divide or a difference in custom between the Ashkenazim and the Sephardim. Although there won't be a need to make two videos because it's basically the same content. Just the Ashkenazim go a little bit further. It's the next chapter, and they include a verse. Actually, include, let's see here, two verses from a different chapter. It's all in Isaiah. So Isaiah chapter 6, verse 1 through 13, essentially is the same as far as Ashkenazim. And then Ashkenazim continue on to chapter 7, verse 6, and then they skip to chapter 9, and they read only two verses there, and so it'll all be one thing. And I'll just announce at the end saying until here is where the Sephardim read. And this is Isaiah chapter 6, verses 1 through 13. It's the entire chapter of Isaiah 6. בשנת מות המלך עוזיהו ואראה את אדוני יושב על כיסא רם ונישא ושוליו מלאים את ההיכל. In the year of the death of King Uzziah, I saw the Lord sitting on a high and exalted throne, and his lower extremity filled the temple. שרפים עומדים ממעל לו שש כנפיים לאחד בשתיים יכסה פניו ושתיים יכסה רגליו ושתיים יעופף. Seraphim stood above for him. Six wings to each one. With two he would cover his face, and with two he would cover his feet, and with two he would fly. וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות מלוא כל הארץ כבודו. And one called to the other and said, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts, the whole earth is full of his glory. וינועו אמות הסיפים, Mikol hakore ve'abayit timale ashan. And the doorpost quaked from the voice of him who called, and the house became filled with smoke. Va'omar oili chi nidmeti ki ish tmet sifatayim anochi v'toch am tmet sifatayim anochi yoshev ki et hamelech Adonai tzevaot Ra'u Einai. And I said, Woe is me, for I am lost, for I am a man of unclean lips, and amidst a people of unclean lips I dwell. For the King, the Lord of hosts, have my eyes seen. ויעף אלי אחד מן השרפים ובידו רצפה במלקחיים לקח מעל המזבח. And one of the seraphim flew to me, and in his hand was a glowing coal. With tongs he had taken it from upon the altar. ויגע על פי ויאמר הנה נגע זה על שפתיך ושר עוונך וחטאתך תכופר. And he caused it to touch my mouth. And he said, Behold, this has touched your lips, and your iniquity shall be removed, and your sin shall be atoned for. ואשמע את קול אדוני אומר את מי אשלח ומי ילך לנו. Va'omar hinini shlacheni. And I heard the voice of the Lord saying, Whom shall I send, and who will go for us? And I said, Here I am, send me. Vayomer lech ve'amarta la'am hazeh, shim'u shamoa ve'al tavinu, ure'u ra'o ve'al teda'u. And he said, Go and say to this people, Indeed you hear, but you do not understand. Indeed you see, but you do not know. Hashmei lev ha'am hazeh ve'aznav ha'chbed ve'enav hasha. Pen yireh ve'enav uve'aznav yishma uvilvavo yavin v'shav v'rapalo. This people's heart is becoming fat, and his ears becoming heavy, and his eyes are becoming sealed, lest he see with his eyes and hear with his ears, and his heart understand, and he repent and be healed. V'omar ad matai Adonai v'yomer ad asher im sha'u arim me'en yoshev ubatim me'en adam ve'adama tisha'e shemama. And I said, Until when, O Lord? And he said, Until cities be desolate, without inhabitant, and houses without people, and the ground lies waste and desolate. V'richak Adonai et adam v'rabah azuva b'kerev haaretz. And the Lord removes the people far away, and the deserted places be many in the midst of the land. V'od ba Assyria v'shavav hayta levaer ka'ele v'cha'alon asher beshalechet matzevet bam zerakodesh matzavta. And when there is yet a tenth of it, it will again be purged like the terebinth, and like the oak, which in the fall have but a trunk. The holy seed is its trunk. And this concludes chapter 6, and this is where the Sfardim end, and Ashkenazim continue on to chapter 7. Verse 1, Vayihi b'yemei Achaz ben Yotam ben Uziyahu melech Yehuda, ala Retzin melech Aram ufechach ben Ramalyahu, melech Yisrael Yerushalayim lamilchama, aleha v'lo yachol yilachem aleha. And it came to pass in the days of Achaz, son of Yotam, son of Uzziah, king of Judah, and Rezin, king of Aram, and Pekach, son of Ramalyahu, king of Israel, marched on Jerusalem to wage war against it, and he could not wage war against it. Vayugad lebet David lemor nacha Aram al Ephraim v'yana levavo ulevavamo kenoach atzei ya'ar yipnei ruach. And it was told to the house of David, saying, Aram has allied itself with Ephraim, and his heart and the heart of his people trembled, as the trees of the forest tremble because of the wind. Vayomer Adonai el Yeshayahu, Tzei na likrat Achaz, ata u'she'ar yashuv b'necha, and k'tzei te'alat habrecha ha'elyona el mesilat sedeh choves. And the Lord said to Isaiah, Now, go out toward Achaz, you, and She'ar Yashuv your son, to the edge of the conduit of the upper pool, to the road of the washer's field. V'yamarta elav hishamer v'hashket. Al tira ulevavcha al yerach mishnei znavot ha'adumim ha'ashenim ha'ele v'achari af Retzin v'aram uben Remayahu. And you shall say to him, Feel secure and calm yourself, do not fear. And let your heart not be faint because of these two smoking stubs of firebrands, because of the raging anger of Retzin and Aram and the son of Ramalyahu. Ya'an ki ya'atz alecha ram ra'a Ephraim uben Ramalyahu lemo. Since Aram planned to harm you, Ephraim, and the son of Ramalyahu saying, Na'ale biYehuda unekitzena v'navki'ena elenu v'namlich melech betocha et ben Tavel. Let us go up against Judah and provoke it, and annex it to us. Let us crown a king in its midst, one who is good for us. And now it goes to chapter 9, verses 5 and 6. Ki yeled yulad lanu, ben nitan lanu, v'tehi hamisra al shichmo, v'yikra shemo pele yoetz, el gibor, Aviad, Sar Shalom. For a child has been born to us, a son given to us, and the authority is upon his shoulder. And the wondrous advisor, the mighty God, they shall call him Wondrous Advisor. And he called his name Wondrous Advisor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Limarbe hamisra ulshalom en ketz. Al kiseh David v'al mamlachto le'achin ota u'lesa'ada b'mishpat u'tzedakah me'ata v'ad olam kinat Adonai tzivaot ta'aseh zot. To him who increases the authority, and for peace without end on David's throne and on his kingdom, to establish it and to support it with justice and with righteousness from now and to eternity, the zeal of the Lord of hosts shall accomplish this.